Hi, my name is Edward Hetrick. I'm going to show and teach exactly what changed my life with a few things I've gathered over the years searching for that secret truth. I see too many people out there struggling, and what kind of person would I be just keeping this knowledge to myself? Uh, Things you can use today, right now, that will work and transform your life, your well being, your mindset, everything about you. It will completely transform you, and you can start using this stuff right now. And you will see significant, very significant changes. I've been a drug addict for over 15 years. Uh, I've changed my life with this stuff, and if I can do it, so can you. I've struggled with anxiety, depression, bipolar. I used to have a crazy amount of diagnosis that these doctors gave me. I don't struggle with that anymore, not at all. I was in the military for 4 years. I got discharged 2 months before my 4 year mark for a DUI that I got found not guilty for 2 weeks after I got discharged. Yeah, after that, I really, really put myself through a lot of pain. I using drugs worse than I ever had before. I was shooting up heroin for many, many years. I got a bunch more DUIs and went to state prison. It just wasn't cool. I really, really put a lot of pain in my life, and that's just not cool. But I overcame that barrier. So, what I'm going to share today is a simple story that will allow you to understand your thoughts and your emotions and allow you to gain control of them. I'm going to share the secret behind autosuggestion and what I read daily that has kept my mind on track to move forward in life. I really thought hard about this, and at the end, I'm going to actually share with you guys two researches really, or books that I've read that have transformed my life completely and forever. Also, I'm going to show you how the mind really works and the truth about that, and something, and a diagram that I wish I'd have seen a long time ago that really put things in perspective for me. And this information really is the tip of the iceberg that I have. I've been searching and reading books for years trying to change my life. Just couldn't figure it out. But this information is spread far and wide, and I think they have done it for a reason. But there's no reason why you should have to go through that. I did the work. Let me do the work. You absorb it, take it in, and like I said, this is the tip of the iceberg. But this is stuff that really will work, and you can use now. Now I see a lot of people out there that are going through some serious pain, anxiety, and I still deal with my daily struggles too. I'm not perfect, but the mindset that I have allows me to overcome and conquer things daily, every day, every day. I'm learning new stuff. I am becoming obstacles, and it's because of the things that I've learned and read. So, I want to help you guys that are just carrying a trash bag full of hurt and pain, put that away so you can finally let go and let live. And that's a really powerful statement. So, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the mind. The subconscious, it cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. It absolutely cannot. It has no idea, what's real and what's fake. So it comes down to what you feed into your subconscious mind through your conscious mind. So here is something that I drew out, and you can see it. I'm going to show it to you, and then I'm going to go over and talk about it. And so the top circle there, okay, this is your this is your subconscious mind, and this is your conscious mind. Your conscious mind is where your thoughts come through, okay, and then trickle down through to your subconscious mind, which is your feelings. It's really where your feelings come from, okay. Then below that's your body, and that's your actions. And for me, it took for me to really put all three of them together. And when I started using them and put them all together in one, when I put my emotions, my mind, my actions, and I put them together and started using them as one, that's when the real change happened. that, and if you're missing one of them, if you're not doing one of them, yeah, you won't get it. You will not. It will not work for you. You'll stay where you're at, and you will fight forever. The pain will just stay. You won't change. That pain will just won't be there. And incredible things happen when you're able to do this. Okay, incredible things, and it's really no fault of our own that it's that we're naturally some of us naturally just don't do that. We've been like socially kind of programmed as kids to think a certain way in our school, and you know it's just crazy. We have what's called paradigms in our mind, and a paradigm is basically a program in your head. And so since we were kids, we've had these paradigm ways to think, and they've been telling us what to do, and it's just totally screwed us up, really. And you got to go in there and change your paradigms. Those are the driving force of your mind. So it starts with your thoughts. And your thoughts trickle down into your subconscious, and the way you feel has to do with it. That trickles down the way you act. So if you're able to change your thoughts, and then your subconscious, you start, because it don't care what's true and what's false. It's going to take what you're thinking every day, and then it's going to incorporate that in your feelings, and then your feelings are going to go down and dictate, your actions. And that's just, it's bad if you're thinking bad thoughts all day. So I want to read to you, okay? Well, first, I'm about to do this. I'm going to show you, this is what 80% of people, 90% of people in America, this is how they think. Okay, I'm just going to show it like that. And I definitely suggest you guys write this down. What it says is ignorance is at the top. Then ignorance leads to worry, doubt, and negative thinking. Okay? That leads to fear. Fear leads to anxiety. Then anxiety leads to procrastination. And you know how you feel when you start procrastinating, you get depressed. That leads to depression, and then that leads to disease. Disease. That literally will cause diseases. It will cause your body to just start doing things it shouldn't be doing. It'll cause disease. Okay? So I read the other side of this. This is the part that really matters. This is where you can really start changing your mindset, and here, I'll just go through it. So I have the keys to life wrote on it just because it's that powerful to me. And this is at 10%. 10% of people think this way. So at the top it says knowledge. Knowledge. And then it says underneath study and understanding. Study and understanding lead to positive thinking. I'll get to this. And I definitely suggest writing this down. Positive thinking leads to faith. Faith leads to belief. Faith leads to well-being. And then well-being leads to calmness. Calmness leads to acceleration. Acceleration leads to action. Action leads to at ease. Okay? It's completely different from the other side. And what I have wrote down in the middle is nothing can cross this line. It's the law. And that's the truth. You can only think on one side or the other at a time. And the quicker you're able to start thinking like the 10% of people, your life is going to transform and change. So I have wrote on this side, I will read the books. Knowledge is power. Applied knowledge is power. I won't give up. I want more. I will understand. Nothing is impossible. I know I can. I will always try. Learn. Understand. I will understand others. I will think like others to understand them. I will keep an open mind. I deserve the best. It must be true. It has to happen. No other way. I will. I can. I know. It is possible. I will find out. I will look it up. I will look into it. Those things are really powerful when you start thinking about that all day long. On the other side, I don't write too much on it because I don't think like that. I try not to really think like this anymore. As I can't, I don't know. It's not possible. I never. There's no way. I can't be true. You know, that's bad thinking. You really want to start thinking this way, and it will take anxiety, depression, these disorders. And now bipolar, I'm not a doctor or anything. I can only speak for myself. Some people say bipolar is a gift. I kind of think so because you're able to see both sides of things. It's just being able to really control it. Some people, I guess, it does get out of control for them. Um, but I'm not a doctor again. But I can say that thinking like this, has stopped anxiety, depression, and it's really put my body and mind at ease. It really has. And I definitely suggest writing it down. So I'm going to go and read through the stuff that I read every day. I read this daily, and this is the power of autosuggestion. You know, Napoleon Hill wrote a book called Think and Grow Rich. These rich people, they know they've done their research. They know, science, facts. These guys, when they teach this stuff in their books to high level guy, like people at the top of the food chain, it kind of makes sense. Like, and in all their books, they get the same message across. They get the same message. I've gotten that out of reading these books, and so they really talk about autosuggestion, and that's waking up in the morning, anytime really, but in reading to specific detail, I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read first off the 3 pages that I read first in the morning. It says, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose of life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment, and I here now promise to render such action. 2. I realize that dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action, and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts 30 minutes a day, visualizing the person I will become. In this way, I will create in my mind a clear mental picture. 3. I know through the principle of autosuggestion that any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually find some practical means of attaining my objective. Therefore, I will devote 10 minutes daily of demanding myself the development of self-confidence. I have clearly written down a description of my chief aim in life, and I will never stop trying until I have developed sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. I fully realize that no wealth or position can last unless it is built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I will engage in no transaction that does not benefit all whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of others. I will persuade others to help me because of my willingness to help others. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, and selfishness, cynicisms, by developing love for all humanity, because I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me happiness or success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and myself. I will sign my name to this formula, commit it to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day with full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions so that I will become a self-reliant, successful person. Behind this formula is a law of nature that scientists call autosuggestion or self-suggestion. It is a proven technique that will work for my success, if it is used constructively. On the other hand, if used destructively, it will destroy just as readily. In this statement will be found a very significant truth, namely that those who go down in defeat and end their lives in poverty, misery, and distress do so because of negative application of the principle of autosuggestion. All end impulses of thought have a tendency to close themselves in the physical equivalent. The disaster of negative thinking, the subconscious mind makes no distinction between constructive and destructive thought impulses. It works with the material we feed through our thought impulses. The subconscious mind will translate into reality a thought driven by fear, just as readily as it will translate into reality a thought driven by courage and faith. Just as electricity will turn the wheels of industry and render useful service if used constructively. It will snap out life if wrongly used. The law of autosuggestion will lead to peace and prosperity or down into the valley of misery or failure and death. It depends on your degree of understanding and application of it. And if you fill your mind with fear or doubt, and if you do not believe in your ability to connect and use the forces of infinite intelligence, then you will not be able to use these forces. The law of autosuggestion will take your lack of belief and use that as a pattern by which your subconscious mind will translate into its physical equivalent. Repeat every day. I got that right out of the book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It said, write that down word for word and read it every day. I didn't make that up. That came right out of the book. So I also wrote on the side my motivation. I'm going to keep my daughter, my kid's mother's name out of this, but this is, I also read this too. I've been reading this for a long time. My motivation comes from a life of pain inflicted onto myself. I want to take that pain away and become successful. My grandfather told me I could be big, dumb, and strong, or I can be smart and use my brain to get ahead in life. I want to show him and my family, I named them all out, that I want to become financially free to live my life and explore the world with my daughter, if she wants to. I want to be a good father and take good care of my daughter. I want to fix things with my kid's mother so we can get along and move forward in life. I don't want to slip back into bad habits. I'm 33 years old, no house, reliable car, or money in a savings account. I want this for me and my family's future. I want to be the man again, someone with good morals and values, so that my daughter can see how she should live her life. Thank you. Another thing that I have that I read every day is a goal that I've been working on. And I read it every single day. I have it in my pocket. It's something that when you touch it, you read it. It's like the power of three. Like you think about it, you read it. That's just it's super powerful. You know, and that kind of goes along with reading that. When you read it, you're reading it, you're touching it, and then I meditate too. I'll meditate and I'll visualize. Exactly who I want to be, what I want to become. The better you're able to hold that thought in your mind throughout the day, the easier it's going to be able to manifest in life. That's like people, they draw out plans. They're right there. It all starts with an idea. Everything you see in this world, look at the incredible things we have. They all started with an idea in your mind. So anything that you really start thinking about, when you hold that in your mind, you can, it will manifest out. But it's because of action that you take. Writing it out, writing the plan out specifically, it's very specific. If you just do that, and that's really how you can start creating things and become like a creator, sort of. So the next thing I really want to share with you. So remember that. So your subconscious does not care. Cannot tell the difference between what's real and what's fake. It knows what you tell it, and that's it. It's just a driving force. You tell it what to do, and it does it. It don't care if whether it's bad or not. You start you're thinking bad thoughts all day long, and you start feeling bad. You start acting bad. It just all, and if you can get two of them right, but the third you have to have them all together. When you align everything, that's when you see some real change in your life. That's like here. I'm at this point now where I feel an acceleration in my life. I go down to I think like this. And I have an acceleration in my life to want to learn, to want to do different things. I feel more at ease, and this is not like, this stuff's proven to work. And I took a chance and tried it, and it works. It really does work. But there's a story that I really want to tell you, and this is from Alan Watts, and it's pretty powerful. Let me pull it up here, and this will kind of give you a really good idea, a better idea of how your emotions and thoughts work. And when you kind of understand this, you'll be more like you'll want to protect your thoughts. Like you'll want to really start like watching what you think. So this is a story about Alan Watts. It's very powerful. I heard it by a guy, I can't remember his name, but I heard him talk about it at a seminar. It goes like this. Your life is like a boat, and it's heading down a river at 40 knots. You're standing on the boat looking back at the wake. You ask yourself 3 questions. What is the wake? Answer. It is the trail left behind. Nothing more, nothing less. The trail left behind. 2. What's driving the boat? What's making it go in this direction? Answer. present moment energy, your thoughts and emotions. In this scene, it means your present thoughts and how I feel and how I'm using them is what is making the boat go in this direction. Nothing more, nothing less. It's basically aligning everything. Third question. This is the most powerful one. Is it possible for the wake to drive the boat? That is, can the trail I left behind make the boat go in this direction? The answer is no, no, it can't. It's just a trail left behind. Nothing more, nothing less. At this point, you realize, okay, so what can I do? This is what you do. You turn around and you walk to the front of the boat. You stop looking at the wakes or the trail left behind, which are the things you've done, the people you've hurt, the pain you've suffered. Leave it behind and start thinking of the path ahead. Don't turn around and look back. No worries, no regrets. Focus on moving forward and managing your thoughts and emotions in a new way. It just has to be done. Okay, your emotions are like ripples. Okay, so moving forward, understand that the way you think affects those around you. They come out, like your emotions do come out of you like ripples in the water, except in the air. And they have a direct impact on everybody and everything. Now that's pretty key wisdom there. It didn't occur to me that my emotions, I just thought of them that they just stayed inside and bottled up, really. Well, I guess some people could probably bottle up, but look, your emotions, how they work is they come out of you like ripples, and they really do affect other people. And when you're able to look and you're able to start thinking critically and start realizing, okay, wow, when I felt this way, what happened? And you start realizing, well, gee, that really did have a direct effect on everything around me. Like, it really did cause things to go in direct proportion with that feeling. Now, you start realizing, okay, well, how do I change that? So it starts with your thinking. Your thinking is what, is has a direct reaction on your emotions. So it's pretty powerful stuff. It's a beautiful story by Alan Watts. He does. It's amazing, and it's just. I really hope that sinks in, and you can understand it. There's books to read, like emotional intelligence. That is really important. You want to look that up. You want to start working on your emotions. That's key. You want to start doing auto-suggestion in the morning. You want to start, kind of like doing an inventory on your thoughts. This stuff is pretty basic. This is the basis. You gotta start this first. You have to. Like, that's where it all starts. Now, there's other books out there and such that will teach you, specific ways, how to kind of like speed up these, not speed up, but because really in depth with your thinking. And there's a lot. Like, so I said that I was going to tell you guys about, these two sort of theories that they're really not theories. That these things are kept at the top. These people talk about them in these rich books. These guys, these rich people, the books they write, they talk about it. And they don't talk about it. They put scientific facts behind it in their books. Okay, about energy and such. And what it is basically is, the 7 laws of nature, and then hermetics. Now, hermetics, when people start reading that, you gotta understand, it's not about the words. It's about the wisdom. It's about what it's saying. It's telling you how you can use your mind in powerful ways. We have many things that we can do with our mind that are incredible, and you just have to be open to the fact that what we were taught as a kid, these things, that's not the only way. There's other ways to think out there, and there's incredible things that can be done. So I want to give you guys a couple books to read. Now, the first one is Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Okay, I'll show this first. That way you can probably go back. So I wrote it down. The second one was called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Next one is You Can If You Think You Can by Norman Vincent Paul. I have that book's in right here. The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. And then I would suggest watching these seminars. This is where I started, and this is where it really, really Jim Rohn has what's called the greatest speech ever. Okay, that's down there. And it's incredible. He talks about the seasons. Life as being as in the seasons of life. Really powerful. He talks about, I'll just go through it actually because it is really powerful stuff. You got seasons go what? Spring, summer, fall, winter. Okay? Spring is like an idea. Okay? Idea. Opportunity. Okay? Now, and they teach you this on how to become successful and when you really start to look at how this works, there's really a lot more to it. But I'll give you the basics of it. So spring is basically where you get an idea. You're thinking, you're being creative. You have an idea, opportunity. Okay, summer, you plant that seed, like planting your mom. You plant that seed and you tend to it. Okay, you also got to protect it. Okay, this is when the time when weeds can grow. This is other people, whatever, that want to take anything good from you, they'll take it away. Anybody that they want to judge you, they want to do anything, they'll put you down. Your idea's stupid, that you're dumb, or you're doing what's wrong. You don't listen to that people. They're garbage. So you get your idea during spring. In the summertime, you got the weeds to grow up around it. You got to tend your crops. You got to protect it. You got to protect your thoughts. You got to protect your, anything that you got going on. Okay, so then fall, you reap what you sow. Okay, that's the time when you reap what you sow. You've tended your crops. You've been prosperous, and you reap what you sow. You go out in the fields, and you take your plants down, or you harvest, and then you get ready to prepare for winter, because there are going to be winter. Winter is the bad time. You got to prepare for the bad time. And when winter goes through, basically it all starts over again. These seasons in your life, they really happen. This stuff is real. And when you start to understand this stuff, there's a lot of deep wisdom behind it. Spring, summer, fall, and winter. It's just that same thing. It's powerful stuff. And I really, that was where I kind of started at as well, was watching these group seminars by Jim Rohn. So I think that's everything I got for now that I want to share. The other stuff that I was talking about, there's two books. The one about Hermetics, it's a book called The Three Initiates and the Hermetic Principles. I'd like to go into that stuff sometime because it is really, it's about the message that comes across and how to apply it, to the natural laws. And it's pretty powerful. And it really has to take, you have to have an open mind. And if you're able to do that, then you can really make some pretty powerful changes in your life. So I really hope you guys got something out of this, and I hope you learned a lot. I know that, it was great for me to be able to share this. And, if you have anybody out there that needs some help with their mind, with their thinking, show them this, what I showed you, and it will help people. It transformed my life. Completely transformed my life. And, it will for you too. That's a fact. That's not opinion. That's fact. That is fact, and I know that. And I mean, a lot of other people have been doing it. They've been doing it for forever, and they just started reading it or putting it out to the public. And just kind of like that book, The Secret. Okay, well, there's way more behind that. I know everything behind that, everything, and it's kind of crazy how they give you one piece of it, but this is a good start. This is a great start. It's things you can start using now. You start focusing on now. When you come out of this mess, you get a credible mindset. That's how you really want to go back into the world. You want to be able to go back in that world with an incredible mindset and tackle these obstacles. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't do it or you're not worth it. No, you are. You're better than that. We're better than that. I shot up heroin most of my life. I've been to the depths of society. the bottom, and I came out of it. It was hard work, persistence. I stuck with it, and I wanted it. I wanted it, and I got it. It took me years of studying and reading books before I was able to put this stuff together. And this here's the basics, and this is. I wish I'd had someone just show me this stuff, so that I could have just maybe in a week been able to, wow, see significant changes. And actually, when I started aligning my emotions, what do I say to tell people, um, put your mind where your heart is, and put your heart where your mouth is. And that really, will transform somebody. That's kind of like, that's how I can really say in another way to align your mind, emotions, and body, you know. And I think that's about it for now. Yeah. So I hope you enjoyed that. And I'm definitely going to be making some more videos about this stuff, a lot more in depth, well, different areas, very in depth stuff that's key knowledge that, people would need to know about. And especially people that are in a world of pain and hurt and that want to change their life. So, thanks a lot and have a good day.